No, folks, I'm going to stick it at aperture priority. Okay? I'll just let the shutter speed go. So the RX100 is doing real good. You just have to make sure it doesn't slide off. It's on top of the speaker in the center. So this is what you're looking at in the daytime. And I might move this a little bit like that. So they're actually pointing at the same thing. I think the RX100, they look about the same, all right? 26 millimeter to 60 millimeter, might be a 54. I don't have it too far. So they're close as possible on the focal length to match. I got the car to the RX100 to keep that battery charged, and I got the outlet plugged into the 110 volt, the surge protector 10 power outlet to the ZFC. I didn't bring the dummy battery because it's kind of flaky. It's better just to stay in the studio. So I have a USB-C keeping the battery charged. Now there is a 30-minute time limit. And I think since I redid the formatting on the drive for the RX100, that it should not split the files up every 30 minutes. That's what I'm thinking. So it's a 256 gig storage cards in each camera. So basically everything is the same, okay? That's possible. The only difference is one's an APS-C DX style camera and the other one is a 1-inch sensor. I meant the APS-C sensor, DX style, for Nikon. So that's all I can say. I'm talking normal, I'm not shouting, I'm trying to keep as quiet as possible. I got the air conditioning at 70 degrees in here so I don't freeze my buttons off. It is 80 degrees outside, so if I get it any cooler, I'm worried about condensation on the inside. But I've never had that problem with this car. So when they did this car, and here's a U-Haul place. There's a park to the left. Been here a couple of times with family events with my wife and her family. So these cars drive about 35 miles an hour, 40. I was going 40 yesterday. Looks like a cheerleader tryout. Yeah, it's 30 miles an hour here. Wow. And you know what? I'm going to change the destination. I'm not going to go the same way. I'm just going to do a short video. And I'm going to turn right here. And I'll show you why. Because it'll take me in front of the other street back out to my neighborhood. So I see I can either go left or I go straight ahead. And I'm going to go straight ahead. And I'll show you why. It's a nice little creek river to the right. See a homeless guy underneath the bridge. And there's a jungle gym and stuff at this park. So I could take the dogs out here. I never knew this was here. They would love this with the water and stuff. Yeah, I like this area. All green. It's real nice. $30 miles an hour. Yeah, I see Randolph Air Force Base to the left. Okay. So I think it's Pat Booker Road up here. This is the front gate to the Air Force Base. Yep, sure enough, it's Pat Booker Road. I haven't been this way in a long time. So it's kind of like a tri-city thing. You got, well, actually 5 cities altogether. You got Live Oak, you got Schertz, Selma, Cibolo, all next to each other. At the Forum, Universal City, Selma, Schertz. I forgot Universal City too. So it's 6. Cibolo is a little bit out of the ways, but it's growing so much that they'll be touching Schertz. In fact, they're already sharing the city post offices. So, yeah, Air Force Base to the left. I think it's also 1518. So this is Pat Booker Road, or what they call the military road. So you'll see a lot of pawn shops and fast food restaurants. They got some pretty good restaurants on this road. Some businesses have closed down and they never opened, but I see barber shops. There's McDonald's right there. There's always a line at McDonald's. There's a pet shop I usually visit. So I got 2 dogs, so I don't need another dog. Strip malls, dog grooming. This is where my neighbor goes. Pet shop. There's another barber shop. Auto centers, Whataburger. And they're packed all the time. Yeah, you can do anything you want on that hamburger in Whataburger. You can put jalapenos. There's another barber shop, beauty salon. Of course, car shops, Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone, mortuary churches. They get a few used car dealerships, car washes. So it's basically a military road. And I'm wondering what's going on with the LCD screen, because I haven't seen that before on the RX100, where it got light. So I think that's a power saving thing. Okay? But then it just got bright again. So I don't know what's going on with the RX100. It was acting up yesterday or last night or the other night. So I must have changed the setting or something. So I just tap the LCD screen to see if it, or I just shake the camera So I don't know what it is. Power cable is in, so I don't think it's that. But yeah, LCG, well, it's going in now. So I hope it's not flaking up. They got many ports on these things and they break. And I think that's what might be going on, is like the cable is doing some funny things. So let me do this. See if it's a little bit better. And I'm making the cable straight. It is kind of an angle. So I don't know. So I'm going to show you another way to get to the deer park. And it's this road up here. Yep. So this is Athenian Street. So before I used this from the forum, because you can see the Universal City Water Tower as I turn around this bend. And you can see that blue monster. So you come out of the forum, let's see, I have to get up the hill. So I have to turn left up here. Okay? Right at the stop sign. There we go. So all those cars you see and come out is from the forum. That's the outdoor mall. I got some camera gear in here. I got my Sony ZV-E10 and its lenses. I got 2 lenses for the ZFC I'm going to try out. I'm going to try out the 12 to 28 also. Okay, little car vlogging. And then I'm going to compare it to the RX100. See how that does. Because really, between a 1-inch sensor and a APS-C DX style sensor, I don't think anybody can really tell the difference, but they would have to look at the picture quality. And right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing on both LCD screens, but it's kind of dark on the RX100, so something's going on with that. So you remember me going this way the other day for deer vlogging. But I was just using the RX100 because it's so tiny. I can pick it up, I can unplug it, go walking around, park the car, look at the deer. But I haven't done that yet. So what I have to do is I'll go to Olympia Parkway, cross the bridge or the overpass of I-35 to get into the neighborhood that's right next to me. And these roads are bad. They got potholes and dips and stuff and speed bumps. So there's this Texas resident showing his German friend what all the different signs in the U.S. about the road, and the German saw this speed bump sign. He says, "What's that?" So the Texas resident told him about it, and he went over that speed bump at 100 miles an hour, right? So the German guy, he drives also 100 miles an hour there, says, "So why do they have it?" And the Texas resident says, "I don't know. It's a nuisance." Well, anyway, I got corny jokes. I say them all the time, just like my dad. But I like them. They're clean, they're fun, kind of corny, but I like them. Yeah, you see these guys, they just get in front of you. Go ahead, I don't care. And he has a diesel truck, so I don't want the outside air open up the smell inside of my car. I do have the thing on for smelly. So, on the RX 100, it looks bigger, okay? Because of the zoom. I should have put it back and make it look the same on the other camera. The only problem with that is then it'll be kind of out of sync, I think. Because right now it looks the same. But when I'm close up to the vehicles, one is bigger on the RX 100 than on the... see, why are you going the same way I am? I was here first. Well, maybe not. You're kind of in front of me. I take that back. So, we're going to go up and down these streets looking for deer. I haven't turned left on this road in a long time. This is at the beginning of the neighborhood. I'm going 20 miles an hour, which is speed limit, I think. The thing is, I don't think this car can do 20 miles an hour. So, anyhow, this is just a shorter version of what I did last night. But I want to compare these two cameras. I'm going to turn down the air conditioner because I'm freezing my buns off. 68 degrees. And that's cold to me. Amazon Prime. Okay. So there's Chippewa. I went to the left before, but I'm just going this way, up and down. For deer. I see people walking. I don't see any deer yet, but I like to show off these homes. They're beautiful homes. I should do it with the cameras pointing left and to the right. And I think this is pretty good. Just facing it. Yeah, there's a deer to the left, hiding. See, there's a deer right there too, grazing. I'm going to turn it on 1. So you can see it. And there's the other deer laying down right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, laying down. One's grazing. Oh man. So I take the little RX 100 and I point it to him. See? There's the deer. And I think I had the active stabilization on the 1X or 100. RX 100 Mark 5. And it's the A version. So that because it has the ND filter. And it's at 2.8. Okay. Not at 3.2. So anyway, said, yeah, stop the car and take a picture. I think yeah, I see my screen just went bright again on the RX100. So I'm wondering, checking of the camera. I think it's in power mode or power saving mode for the LCD screen. But I don't really need it because I have it plugged in. Yeah, it's in standby mode. And it wasn't recording. Oh my goodness. User error. Beautiful picture of the deer, and reason why it went dark because it was in standby mode. Oh my goodness. You know what that means, folks? Somebody's seen this part, Arcadia. This is about where rooms to go is. So what I'm going to do is do a UE and go back and look at the deer. You get a double whammy, but hopefully my camera's recording it. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something with that LCD screen. I think the reason why I turned it on, that mode, was to when cars were coming behind me, they were slowing down, thinking I was watching a TV screen or something. So I didn't want to cause any accidents. I made it dim, I think after 5 minutes. But every now and then when I go over a speed bump or I'm shaking the camera, the LCD screen wakes up for about 5 seconds and then it goes dim again. So anyhow. So this way you'll get a better view of the deer, okay? And I'm going to point the camera a little bit this way so you can see him. I hope I didn't scare them off. Yeah, there they are, still laying down. We're going very slowly. He's still grazing. Nope, they're all laying down. See? There they are. And I'm going to use the ZFC also. There they are. Maybe out of focus because I got the camera in front of me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just do it like this. Good enough. Put the mic back. Make this straight again. Yeah, it's warm. I'm wondering why the screen is doing that. But it is recording. You have to look at the settings. See, it's hard to see that record button, but I can see it now. I just moved the camera a little bit, so now I can see it's recording. But the LCD screen is almost dark, you know, on the RX100. It's fine on the ZFC though. And I got 5 minutes left for recording. There's Selma Water Tower. So we went up and down that road. I see a lot of deer around this area too. You know, right at these, underneath these trees. So we're gonna go this way. So it's a very quiet neighborhood. The deer can jump the fence, so they're never surprised that they have them in their yard. There's some lots for sale, but I would hate to put a house there with all these trees. All right. I like the metal roof. I like that. It's kind of a gray, so I like that. It's kind of silver. See, I'm debating on the roofs, people. Should I get a 20 year? Should I get a 30 year? Should I get a metal roof? I don't know. Because I only figure I'm going to live another 20 years. So, and you see the horse racetrack. Well, the building for the horse racing. But as you can see, it's a nice neighborhood. If I did a wider field of view, tighter. Okay, that's too close. Yeah, there you go. Now you get part of the dash, okay? And the hood. So I'm just trying to, I think this is comparable now. Right now, I think it's comparable, okay? With both cameras. So one is a 1-inch sensor, and the other one is an APS-C sensor. So here's the park. I'm going to do a UE again. But you can see some of these homes here. They're real nice. Each house is done by a different independent contractor. So you see all different styles of homes, different roofs. You know, some have hardy plank, some have stone, some have brick, some have, I call it the Adobe style. So, you know, they're all nice. They have, some are privacy fences, some aren't. Okay? No sidewalks. And they can park on their grass. So, anyhow, I'm going to make a right, then I'll make a loop. I'll show you why. So I usually make a left, but this time I'm going to go on the other side of the playground for the kids to show this off. And I think I'm still recording on RX100. That's bothering me now. You know, you start messing with the settings and say, you know what? I still want to see what I'm looking at. Because I don't know if it's recording or not. That's the only thing. It doesn't have a tally light, folks. So you can see right here is the runoff. It's all nice and green. We've had a lot of rain this year. And it's dry. It rains, it goes away. Okay? And never had any floodings here. So the city of Selma really did a nice job in planning for this city. A lot of homes. Yes, we have some businesses at the Forum and stuff. Shopping mall, outdoor. But look at it. So if I go to the right, that's a gated fence, and only utility and police and fire people can go through that gate. Okay? We can't. But there's a whole bunch of deer. Yes, they're walking.